Good morning, Rufus. Thank you for meeting with me today to discuss the remuneration strategy and approach I have developed for Coffeeville's staff and to give you an understanding of how this will work. I feel that we need to keep in mind that we are in a very competitive market and it is essential that we ensure that our staff are adequately remunerated so as to retain them for as long as we possibly can. In particular, the staff that really stand out need to be highlighted and rewarded. This does not always translate to money, and it is for this reason that we need to look at other ways of compensation in the form of benefits for the staff.
When you say this doesn't always translate to money, what are you referring to? As most employees are only interested in the dollars at the end of the day. So what do you think would suffice in lieu of monetary gain?
My first recommendation would be to initiate an Employee of the Month system, where once a month an employee is singled out for having particularly exemplary performance, which has been voted on by their peers, clients and management. As a reward for their outstanding performance, a bonus payment of $500 will be added to their pay for that period. This is not a one-off and it won't be rotated through staff. This system will be rated on a performance basis only, and if an employee is awarded this more than once, this will be completely fair. Before implementing this system, it is important that these terms are clearly communicated to members of staff so they have a full understanding of what is involved in this incentive program.
Okay, that sounds like a great idea. But what about issues staff may have and legislative requirements with regard to discrimination and equal employment opportunity requirements?
Naturally, it is very important that we advise staff how this system will work and ensure that all legislative requirements are strictly adhered to, so as to avoid any unnecessary conflict in the workplace or discrimination cases that could be brought against us by disgruntled employees. At all times, fair, objective and transparent measures must be taken when the recipients for this award are chosen.
It sounds like this only applies to the baristas and the cashiers. What about our manager? What gain can he get out of a benefits program, such as what you are referring to?
Yes, Rufus, thank you for asking that question. I would also like to see the cafe manager have the opportunity of a salary packaging offer. This could be done in a few ways, through the leasing of a car, superannuation contributions, etc. Naturally, this would need to be discussed with the manager to seek his full agreement to this offer, but it is definitely something to be considered. I feel this would actively demonstrate that we are fully invested in retaining the skills and leadership of the manager and that we are happy to remunerate him adequately for his services to the business. In doing this, all of the expenses are paid out of his pre-tax income, and although his bottom line is lowered, he has the benefit of paying for a car through a salary sacrifice method, and if budget allows, we could make contributions towards expenses for his car, i.e. petrol, insurance, registration, etc. This would increase the amount he would have to sacrifice and again show him we are keen to retain his services for the long haul.
Are there other considerations that could be used in a salary sacrifice vein?
Yes, in addition to the car opportunity, we could also offer voluntary superannuation contributions from his pre-tax income, which will contribute greatly towards his retirement fund and will attract great tax benefits for the employee. In essence, the component that is sacrificed in this way is not viewed as assessable income, and it is not subject to PAYG tax. When the sacrificed amount is made to a complying super fund, this is not considered a fringe benefit. These payments are generally taxed in the super fund at a maximum rate of 15%, which would generally be less than the marginal tax rate, so it is a win-win situation for our manager.
Okay, all of that sounds very plausible and attractive to management. But what about our other employees? Do you see future benefits for them as we develop this process?
Further down the track, I would highly recommend the use of share options and profit sharing, Once Coffeeville has established itself in the market and is proffering good returns, this would contribute to making employees feel like they have a role in the business and the opportunity to contribute to how the business can be improved through their feedback and vision as vested stakeholders. Rufus, I feel the most important thing for all of our employees is that they feel highly valued and important to the organisation, so that they feel satisfied and rewarded for their services. By implementing benefits such as those I have mentioned, I feel this will lead to longevity of service and less turnover, and more willingness to commit to learning opportunities with an even higher commitment to the organisation and what it represents. As previously mentioned, I have now completed the development of these strategies and will leave you with the full documentation for your perusal and comments. If there is anything further you feel we need to discuss, please don't hesitate in contacting me again. And if you foresee any obstacles or problems, we can look at how we can go about overcoming them.
Thank you for putting these concepts together, and thank you for meeting with me today to discuss them. I will now process all of these ideas, and together we will look at the implementation of these strategies in the very near future.
Thank you, Rufus, and I look forward to receiving your feedback once you have had the opportunity to fully digest the information regarding the implementations of the remuneration strategy.